Hello, this is Chris Reardon welcoming you to today's United Kingdom Talk. We're in the Mirrorball studio today, boys and girls, because we have a very, very important phone call to make today. As I've been promising for many, many weeks now, we are going to speak to someone very special. That's coming up very shortly. So let's do some emails before we go to the phones today. First, a couple from Robert here, who is writing on the subject of me trying to find time to do things. I'm just all over the place at the moment. And Robert in Iceland kindly writes, Dear Chris, I should like to place my vote in the 1 hour live and 1 hour pre-recorded show. Now, as you know, at the moment we just do 2 half-hour pre-recorded shows. My intention is at some point soon to go to 1 hour live and 1 hour pre-recorded, okay? This will sort out, I think, because at the moment we're now fighting for time now. We're fighting for time, boys and girls. I'm not finding enough time to do everything that I like to do in the show. If I may also suggest that if the Saturday show, because I was suggesting Saturday, was in the afternoon, I was actually thinking afternoon, or evening, then this might help bridge the time difference between the States and Europe. I do, of course, understand that you have a living to earn. Yes, I have thought about Saturday, sort of round about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Something like that. But then I thought, do people go shopping on a Sunday afternoon, you see? It's very, very difficult trying to find what suits you, as in someone who might be watching or listening to the show, and what suits me, as in where will it fit in. 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, would actually suit me very well. So I wonder how everyone else feels on a live show at round about that time. Do let us know. There's an email address to the show. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, so thank you very much for that, Robert. Robert also says, good news. An important statement from the office of the King of the Elves, because Robert is, in fact, King of the Elves. He is. Operational activities concerning the volcano will cease forthwith. This is a gesture of good faith and should be accepted as such. We have taken this action following a period of quiescence by those who should have known better, those naughty boys. A group of specially trained elf marines abseiled down the crater with pots of homemade Cornish treacle and plugged the volcano. Well, you want to tell them to get in touch with BP with that terrible oil leak they've got at the moment in the States. He says, and on a footnote from the office of the elves, we invite tenders for Icelandic homemade toffee at very competitive prices. I'm liking the sound of that. I'm liking the sound of that. Our Tickle trolls, which have been well fed and rewarded for their efforts, have returned to the mountain stronghold of Snæfellsjökull. Oh, come on, please don't start writing all those foreign words for me. Other operations which have been undertaken in our field will continue on only in a researched and training exercise. This concludes the message from the Tiddy Oggy office. Thank you, Robert. The man is mad, I'm telling you now. We love it. We love it. One more email, and then we'll make a phone call, okay? From the lovely Jennifer. Now, you remember, I suggested that she goes on holiday with pictures of me taped to her suitcase, so when it comes round the conveyor belt at the airport, it will be easy to identify. Well, hello, Chris. How are you? How's Katie the kitty? Hope you're well. She's all right. Actually, it's quite a sunny day. She's outside. She's laying in the garden. She's laying in the garden, waiting to be tickled by Uncle Chris or Daddy Chris. I'm glad to say nobody took my suitcase like poor motorised Millie's mum. The trick, you know, was that I printed out 6 pictures of you and taped them all over the suitcase. Please see the attached pictures. And she does indeed send a picture of the suitcase. And those of you listening to the show, watching the show, can now see this on your screen. And if you look carefully, you will see pictures of me taped to her suitcase. There's nothing like a bit of good advertising, I'll tell you that now. She says, this is how it looks before it left my hands. I will let you know how it came back home in another email. As I handed over my suitcase to the ticket agent, she asked, is this your husband? What, the picture of me? I replied with a no, and that you were my friend in England and it was a sort of joke. I didn't expect the pictures to be there when I was going to collect my luggage. Well, you know, I'm not surprised. You see, that's the trouble. You know, you leave a picture of me out somewhere and it will be stolen and probably someone will try and sell it on eBay. I mean, they're very valuable pictures of me, especially my autograph. My autograph is worth 250 of Britney Spears. You know, one of my autograph will get you 250 Britney Spears ones. It's true. And I don't say awesome either. Awesome. I don't say that. I didn't expect the pictures to be there when I was going to collect my luggage. When I eventually did collect my luggage, that evening my husband said, what the hell is that? And I had to explain to him all over again who you were. I did bust out a good laugh though, although he didn't think it was all that funny. No sense of humour, some of these men. I don't know what's wrong. Just tell him I'm a puff, dear. Tell him I'm a puff, and that'll keep him quiet then. Trouble is, a lot of these straight men, as soon as you say you're a puff, they automatically assume that you fancy them. I'm sorry, probably not. I'm very, very fussy, which this is why I'm left all alone here. It's why I'm all alone. It really is. I guess you have to know him. He's a redneck cowboy who has a highly polished taste. I mean, he even irons his blue jeans and folds his shirts with a folding board that makes the shirts look like yours at a retail store. I very, very rarely iron, I tell you that. I can't be bothered to do all of that. Odd thing is he's colourblind and he has a hard time matching his clothes. Well, I don't bother. I don't bother matching my clothes. Not at all, no. The poor guy has to send me emails with pictures asking if the outfit he picked out for the next day goes well together. Then he gets mad when I say no. It's a no-win situation. What am I supposed to do? Send him off to his high executive job wearing an orange dress, an orange dress shirt, purple tie and green pants? I mean, really? Yeah, why not? I think that could look quite good, actually. His high executive job wearing... I've got some very interesting things to tell you about my trip, although I'm very tired at the moment, but I'll give you a hint. It has to do with baby cows. You haven't brought a baby cow home in one of your cases, have you? With the picture of me on the front. How did you manage that? Well, it's getting late and I have to prepare my lunch for tomorrow. I'll be picking out a couple of packages of cookies for you. Oh, lovely. As requested. I do have a couple of comments from Tuesday, the 25th of May's show, but they are on a sticky note at the cook. Oh, I've got sticky notes. Where are they? They're here somewhere. Oh, I don't know where they are now. I use sticky notes. The trouble is they end up all over the place, don't they? You know, on the phone, on the computer, on the wall. Sticky notes everywhere. Yeah, I could probably plaster an entire wall with sticky notes. There's a way to save money. Why spend money on wallpaper when over the period of a couple of years you could cover an entire wall with sticky notes? Just a suggestion, you see, the ever money-saving Chris Reardon. It's not that I'm tight. I just don't believe in wasting it. I know all your American listeners know what the cookie dream means when it comes to Keebler. No, I don't know what that is. Well, have a good day and play the right music at the bar. Don't need Vicky cursing at you. Thank you, Vicky. And Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Not Vicky, Jennifer. Thank you, darling. I just wanted to tell you, just before we go to the telephone now. You know the bird box outside? Well, I don't know what's happened, right? But the little hole where the bird usually goes has become bigger. Obviously, and there are feathers on the floor and bits of what looks like a nest. So I'm not quite sure what's happened. Now, I've noticed a magpie has been hanging around the bird box. And I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that magpies steal other birds' nests, kick the eggs out and use the nests as their own. Does anyone know if that's true or not? Because I don't know what's happened there. I haven't actually seen the magpie on the bird box, only the little blue tit. But the hole has suddenly become elongated. So something's been up there. Now, it's obviously not the cat. The cat can't climb a wall, so it must be another bird. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Does anyone know? Please let me know if you know. I'm very concerned about my blue tits in their box. I really am. Okay, time to go to the telephone, okay? Let's just dial the number. Oh, hang on. Forgot to put in my security code. I have a security code so that people can't dial out on here and steal my telephone connections. Let's just push that up there. Should be ringing. There we are. Ringing now. There we are. Ringing for you. We're ringing.
Hello.
Hello, Gwen.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Is it really you?
It's really me, yes. In my little prison.
Hello, darling.
Hello. How are you?
Lots of people keep asking how you are, Gwen, my darling.
Oh, I say hello to and thanks each and every one of them.
There's just one I'm going to read out here from the lovely Millie. You know Millie?
Oh, I know Millie, yeah.
You didn't meet her in the end, did you?
I didn't know, because I think she was over, wasn't she? And I think it was when I was first ill.
That was the start of your problems, wasn't it?
That was the start, yeah.
Anyway, the phone's going there. We can't... So I'll ignore it. Don't worry, Gwen.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm not taking this phone call while I'm halfway through a blooming radio show, dear. They all ring up. I'm sure they know. People know when I'm going to record a show or do a show, and they wait until I rang. I've got to wait for it to the ringing to run out now, dear.
Okay.
The email here, from Millie, it says, I'm very concerned about Gwen and would like to do something to cheer her up a bit.
Oh.
Well, I suggested at first that she'd get on another plane, come round your house and have a karaoke sing-song with you.
Oh, that would be great, yeah, that would be wonderful.
She says, if I record a message for her and send it to you, could you play it? So I think she's going to send a message.
Oh, okay, Chris.
All right, Gwen, darling?
Oh, that'll be lovely, yeah. Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very nice. Now, Gwen, is it about a year ago now?
Well, it's coming up to a year in August when I was first taken ill, Chris, yes.
Right, yeah, and you were diagnosed with...
with cervical cancer.
With cervical cancer. About a year ago.
That's right.
We haven't spoken to you for a long time now. What was the treatment for that, Gwen?
Well, all I had was radiotherapy because they said that the growth was too big. They couldn't operate.
Right.
And I think they wanted to try and shrink it a bit.
Yeah.
But, of course, I've not really had any comeback from it. The last time I went to the hospital, which I can't remember what month it was now, but they just turned around to me and said, oh, go out and enjoy the rest of your life. And, I mean, how do you interpret that really?
Yeah, was that after the radiotherapy? Can you just tell us a little bit about radiotherapy? A lot of people think radiotherapy is sitting in a room and being forced to listen to hours and hours of my radio show.
Oh, no. That'd be lovely if you could do that, Chris.
I think that might work, Gwen. That might make you feel better.
I think it would. I think it'd hit the spot they're trying to hit with the radiotherapy. I think yours would hit it, definitely.
So, can you just explain to us? So you're sitting there...
No, you're not sitting. You're laying on a bed. They lay you on a bed, and this machine keeps turning round over you. And what they actually do is they put like tattoo marks on your body where they're going to aim the radiotherapy at. So,
are you enclosed?
Not really. You're not sort of no, because a lot of people, they don't like being enclosed when they have to have the MRI scan. They don't like it because you're sort of like enclosed and people get claustrophobic. It keeps moving. It goes over one side and then it swings back over the other side. So you're not really, you don't feel anything at all. Even though it's projecting all this radiation into your body, you don't feel anything.
Right.
You know, it's just...
Does it leave a mark at all?
Not on the outside of you, but it does all sorts of things to you, you know, and because it's burnt the inside of your body, you get all sorts of nasty reactions from it.
Such as what, Gwen?
Well, and they told me that I would have diarrhea really badly, and for the first, they said it could be 6 months down the line, but I got it like within 3 weeks, and it went on for about a month, and I was never off the loo for a month. And then also I got bad cystitis, and I had to get treatment from the doctors for that. And then what else did I have? I did have a little bit of vomiting, not a lot, and then I can't remember what else I had. And there was a third thing, but I got all the lot together. I still get, from time to time, and I have to be a bit careful about what I eat, certain things upset my stomach.
Yes.
But other than that, I can't really complain because I'm not in any pain, and I don't never think negativity. I always think positive. And even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I don't lay here thinking, oh, woe is me. I just sort of like lay here and think, oh, I wish I could get back to sleep. And that's it, really. But I never think horrible things about myself, so I just try to keep cheerful all the time, Chris. And I think you get that whenever I speak to you on the phone, because I never sort of say to you... Oh,
you never moan. You never ever moan. You just carry on.
That's right.
You know, the only
thing that annoys me is that I have got absolutely zilch energy at the moment. I've been like this now for quite a few weeks. To walk from A to B is a real effort. And they told me at the hospital this was another side effect of the treatment, that I would get times when I'd be really, all I'd want to do was lay down, and if that happened, I was to do that. I was just to do what my body was telling me. But you know me, I like to be up and out and about, and this is so not me.
Well, you're exactly the same as me. When I'm ill, I can't. They say go to bed, don't they? Go to bed and stay in bed. I find that very difficult to do that.
Well, it is, Chris. It is.
I wish you could get out because you've got a little garden.
Yeah, we've got a garden. Yeah.
And when I've been ill in the summertime, there's nothing better than getting out in the garden and in the sunshine, and you just automatically
feel better. I know what you're saying, Chris. But the other problem I've got, we've only got one toilet in the house, and that's upstairs. So when I'm having these bouts of having to keep running to the loo, I wouldn't make it up the stairs. So I think, oh well, it's just as easy to be up in the bedroom. I mean, I could sit I have the window wide open in the bedroom because my husband comes up and he says, aren't you freezing cold? I said, oh no, I like the fresh air blowing on me.
Same here.
It's a bit chilly today, but it's lovely breeze coming in the window.
For a couple of weeks I now have the window wide open while I'm asleep.
Oh, do you?
Oh yes, yeah. Once the summer comes, that window's open all the time that I'm at home.
Well, last summer when I was first ill and I was in bed, I was keeping the window open all night.
Yeah.
And then I happened to wake up in the middle of the night, and mind you, this particular night I didn't have it wide open. I had it about 6 inches, and I woke up and I sort of like looking out the window, and I thought, oh my God, because we've got like a tiled roof that runs down over the kitchen. And I'm sitting there, and I was laying here, and I was thinking, what's that on the window? What's that there? What's that? And it was a cat. It was sitting with its back to the window, and it had its tail through the gap in the window. And I thought, oh my God, if that window had been a bit open and he'd leapt in through the window and jumped on the bed, it would have frightened the life out of me.
My sister's got a cat. And it stands on the windowsill sometimes, wanting to come in. But it stands in such a way that that if she opens a window for it to come in, it can't turn around, and the cat literally reverses into the window.
Oh God!
They are funny creatures.
I know.
I have to say, I was just telling people before you came on today, I've got 2 bird boxes.
Oh, right.
On the back wall there, one of which has now got a blue tick going in and out of it, and has been doing so for some weeks. Now, I'm sure this wasn't the case yesterday, but this morning, just before I came to talk to you, actually, between my music show and talking to you, I was having a cup of tea, and I looked up, and the hole has become elongated.
All right.
And the wood is not thin wood. So clearly something has bitten away and the hole is now more like an oval shape going downwards.
Right.
There are also a lot of feathers on the ground.
Oh dear.
And I don't... It can't be the cat. The cat can't climb up a wall, and there's nothing for it to jump on. And I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
Oh, you ain't got a squirrel, have you? Or
there are squirrels, but again, they wouldn't be able to climb up a brick wall.
Wouldn't they?
I wouldn't have thought so, anyway.
I thought they could. Because aren't they like rats? Got like...
Well, there are a lot of squirrels round here, and they're going up and down the trees all the time. And the noise they make sometimes, Gwen.
Yeah.
Noise they keep making all the time.
I know, we used to have a squirrel. When I lived sort of like down in Whetstone, we used to have a squirrel that used to... When it first happened... It sat on the fence by the patio door.
Yeah.
And I heard this terrible screeching noise, as you're saying, as they're making. And I looked out, and there was this squirrel sitting there with its head cocked to one side, and I'm sort of talking to it. I'm going to him, "What do you want? What are you doing?" And then he started tapping his beak on the window, and he used to come every day and sit there, because then I used to throw him nuts out and that.
Ah, yes.
But, of course, that's the wrong thing to do, because you're encouraging them, aren't you?
They keep coming back. Well, I mean, I've got a shed in the garden as well, and on the roof I do chuck bits of bread for the birds.
Yeah,
but I always see the squirrels there eating away at those bits and pieces, and they can jump quite a distance, can't they?
Oh, of course they can. Yeah.
I watch them from tree to tree.
Yeah, because I'm sure that they can run up. I'm sure they can run up walls, Chris. Because I'll tell you why. My neighbour, this squirrel I'm talking about, we got really quite friendly with it. It got to the point where it used to come in. My husband was sitting indoors one evening, and he happened to look down, and the squirrel was sitting down by his feet with his little paws up in the air, and Dick sort of like said, "What's this vermin doing in the house?" And but this particular
wanted some of your nuts.
Yeah, he wanted my nuts. This particular squirrel, he then he got into the neighbour at the end, at number one, and got up into her loft. So he must have climbed up the outside of the house.
Oh my word!
So, and I know that squirrels do damage, because my sister-in-law, where she used to live, they got into her house,
into the roof,
and they ate all the drawers that were wooden. Yeah.
Ah, well, that bird box is wooden.
Oh, that'd be a shame, wouldn't it?
That bird box is wooden. Are they eating the wood, or do they want the eggs?
Well, I don't know what they want. I suppose they'll go for whatever.
Surely they're not meat eaters, are they?
No.
Well, it's very strange. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. I don't know whether to go... You see, I don't know whether to go up on a ladder and look into the hole. Yeah. But that might frighten the birds.
Yeah.
I think best let nature take it...
Chris, is look at them, can't you? Watch them, to see if there's any sign of movement, of anything going in and out.
Yeah, poor
little
things.
What about the other bird box?
Have you got one?
No, I said, you said you've got two.
Yeah, there's two bird boxes, yeah. There's nothing went in the other one,
oh,
only
right,
one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, only one of them got occupied.
Because they usually come back year after year.
Yes, I don't know what's made that hole bigger. The blue tick couldn't have made the because that hole has got quite big in the space of just 24 hours.
Right.
And it
you
looks
ain't got
like
a woodpecker out there, have you?
Well, it's definitely been nipped. It's been bitten,
Yeah,
it's been bitten.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised with the thickness of the wood, how quickly that's gone like that.
Yeah.
I mean, these bird boxes, they were only cheap. I bought them last year, and believe it or not, Asda was selling them, because and they were like £4 each, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But they're proper bird boxes, Gwen. You like watching the wildlife,
don't
you?
I do, yeah. I like, because I'm laying up here in bed, I see all the birds, and I think, I'd like some. I'll have to. I know Dick's got a pair of binoculars. I'll keep meaning to ask him if I.
Oh no, you get done for those, dear. They say that you're a pervert.
No, because all I can see are trees, so nobody can see me looking at them.
Gwen, you don't need binoculars, darling. I'll send you some of my very special pictures, and you can ogle over those.
Oh, okay then. All right then. They're not X-rated, are they?
Of course they are. Yes.
Oh.
So. You've had your radiotherapy.
I've had my radiotherapy.
And
I'm waiting to have another scan. Goodness knows when that's going to be. I'm waiting to have a scan, so to see, what's going on. But other than that, as I say, I'm not in any pain. I get a bit of a niggle, but nothing that I can't sort of deal with. A couple of paracetamol and it goes within like 10 minutes.
Right.
And then I can go all day, and I usually take a couple before I go to sleep because I think, I don't want to wake up in the night and have a bit of a twinge, so I'll just take them before I go to sleep. And I go through till the next morning, apart if I wake up in the night and I can't get back to sleep. But I'm not laying there awake because I'm in pain. It's because I can't do anything.
Haven't they given you a date or something like that?
No, not yet. I suppose they'll just send me. Well, I know, because my daughter gets cross. She said, it seems like they've sent you out and just, she said, just to get on with it.
What happens? Do you ring them up or what? How does that work?
Well, no, I haven't. I'm not in touch with them. I'm in touch with my doctor.
Right.
But I don't really. They're very good at my surgery in one respect. But I told you I've got to have this blood test, and because I had that funny turn a few weeks ago, and I had to have a doctor out in the middle. Well, we rang him at 9 o'clock at night, and he turned up at 20 to 1 in the morning.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, that was because apparently I had a funny turn. I was talking all gibberish. Okay. And my daughter got really upset.
Well, you could have your own radio show then, my love.
I know.
I sit and talk gibberish most of the time.
Because they was asking me what my husband's name was, and I actually gave them the name of one of my brother-in-laws.
Oh, that's terrible. Well,
and my husband wasn't amused by that.
He must have wondered. He must wonder what's been going on over the years, Gwen.
He said to me, "What have you been up to?" And
I'm surprised he hasn't been round here to have a word with me, to be honest.
No, because I didn't mention your name, Chris. I mentioned his brother's name.
Good girl. Don't mention my name. Remember, it's our secret, Gwen.
And of course, when the doctor came round, he thought that I'd had a mini stroke, and I thought, God, that's all I need on top of everything else. But I know mini strokes, you don't really get any after effects as such. You have what you're going through at the time.
Do you think it's possible that you were just kind of in between sleep and awake?
I'll tell you what I think it was that day. I'd not drunk very much, and I think I was rather dehydrated.
Right.
Because normally I drink about 500 mils, 12 bottles of 500 mils, which is like 2 litres a day. But this day I hadn't even drunk one 500 mil.
Do you drink bottles of water, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, Gwen, you don't waste your money on those, do you, dear?
Well, I don't. They don't buy them.
For God's sake, get it out of the tap. It's
I know,
free.
I know.
Well, it's not free, but... and they've done all these tests, you know.
That's right, and they reckon no better.
The stuff that comes out of the tap is cleaner than this. I mean, you see them down the supermarket, dear. Trolleys full of bottled water. I mean, what is it all coming to, dear?
I know. Well, I know that I've often read that they've got more poisons in it because of all these things that come out through the rocks and what have you.
That has been said, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I do sometimes drink water. If I'm about and downstairs, I ask them to pour me out a glassful. Yeah.
Well, Gwen, a lot of people wanting to wish you good luck and continuing with your fight there.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again on the phone again sometime.
Oh, that'll be lovely.
And hopefully I'll see you down at one of the karaoke when you
as soon as I can get down
find
there.
a little bit of strength.
Find a little bit of strength.
Find a little bit of strength.
I want a lot of. I want quite a bit of strength at the moment.
You will, because you sing a lot better than some of them we got turning up there at the moment. Let me tell you that, ma'am.
Right. Will I put them to shame?
Yes, you will. Take care, Gwen.
And you, Chris. Thanks for speaking to me.
Lots of love
to everybody out there. All right then. Love you lots. Bye.
Bye-bye, Gwen.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Gwen. There we are, the lovely Gwen, who's fighting with the. Oops, I pushed the wrong button there. Still fighting against cancer, and I think winning. She's got a wonderful, wonderful outlook, and her just whole personality is so positive all the time. I like to think that if perhaps you're a little bit ill, you can be like that too. Anyway, time to go, boys and girls. Thanks very much for joining us on this rather special show today. Do join in by email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. See you on the next show. Bye-bye now.